Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Breaking Ground and I'm Swati Joshi. Complete washout on day 12 of the winter session as well, with no significant business transacted in both houses. While the opposition continues to disrupt Sansad, one image stood out when 91-year-old former Prime Minister Deve Gowda made an appeal with folded hands in the upper house to stop the disruption and let the house function. But even this appeal fell to deaf ears and all the ruckus finally led to another day of adjournment. Rajya Sabha witnessed stormy scenes when Leader of House JP Nadda slammed the Congress party and Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge over the opposition's impeachment move against Rajya Sabha chair Jagdeep Dhankar. JP Nadda also accused the Congress of working as puppet in the hands of George Soros.
वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक संवैधानिक पोजीशन है, वह चेयरमैन ऑफ द हाउस राज्यसभा भी होते हैं। उनकी मिमिक्री संसद के परिसर में हो और कांग्रेस का वरिष्ठतम नेता जो लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन इन लोकसभा है राहुल गांधी, वो उसकी वीडियोग्राफी बनाए और उसको फिर से उकसाए कि हाँ फिर से कीजिए। They want to deviate and divert the issue. सोनिया गांधी जी एशिया पैसिफिक की को चेयरपर्सन है, जो फंडेड है जॉर्ज सोरोस से। उनका क्या संबंध है, ये देश जानना चाह रहा है।
But even as the war of words continued between Congress and BJP over the impeachment notice, TMC MP Sagarika Ghosh submitted a privilege motion against Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju. She accused him of insulting opposition MPs. She referred to the comment made by the minister in context of repeat Sansad disruptions and said that he used derogatory remarks against opposition MPs when he said that they don't deserve to sit in the House. Listen in.
Mr. Kiran Rijiju is the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, but instead of, living up to his responsibility as Parliamentary Affairs Minister of running the House smoothly, Mr. Kiran Rijiju has chosen to repeatedly insult parliamentarians, both inside and outside the Parliament.
The Congress MPs continued protests at the Makar Dwar against Prime Minister Modi and industrialist Gautam Adani, while the Congress Neta stood with placards that had Hindi alphabets, which jointly read Desh Nahi Bikne Denge inside the Lok Sabha. Nishikant Dubey, the BJP MP, fired a volley of questions and stunning allegations. He claimed that Sam Pitroda-run forum called Global Knowledge Initiative, which gets funds from the Soros Foundation, funds Rahul Gandhi's US trips. He also alleged that Soros created hedge funds to finance 300 Congress leaders. Then he went on to ask if Soros Foundation funded Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra.
Overseas friends of Congress का वो चेयरमैन है, वो ग्लोबल नॉलेज इनिशिएटिव चलाता है, जिसको सोरोस पैसा देता है, जिसको यूएसएड पैसा देती है, और राहुल गांधी के अमेरिका दौरे का सारा खर्चा ग्लोबल नॉलेज इनिशिएटिव सैम पित्रोदा देता है। सोरोस ने फॉरेन वर्क्स, फ्रेश वर्क, सॉल फंड, एस्पेडा फंड, इस तरह के फंड बनाए। वो सारे कांग्रेस के 300 लोगों को, कांग्रेस पार्टी के 300 लोगों को उसने जो है स्टार्टअप के नाम पर पैसा दिया है। भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में सलीम शेट्टी गया था, भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में कांग्रेस ने कितना पैसा खर्चा किया, और सोरोस फाउंडेशन की कार्रवाई 1 बजे के लिए स्थगित दी जाती है।
And here are the top 5 questions that we are asking at 5 p.m. First, the impeachment motion, then the privilege motion. Is this notice stunt to avoid questions on Sonia Soros link? Will the Congress party answer 10 questions posed by BJP? Is the winter session headed for a complete washout? Defeated opposition resorting to parliament ruckus? And is it my way or the highway for the opposition? Let's take those questions across to our guests. Let's open up the debate. We're joined by Dr. Dharinder Tayal, BJP spokesperson. We have Ratnakar Tripathi with us, Congress leader, Professor Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi, Samajwadi Party spokesperson, and Advocate Anmol Pawar, AAP spokesperson. I want to begin with you, Mr. Tripathi. The allegation is that anti-India forces do not want the country to progress. That's what the VP said, that the country's progress is something that the anti-India forces are not able to digest. The opposition is constantly using these tactics to turn attention away from the Soros-Sonia link. Is the defeated opposition trying to create this ruckus? How do you respond?
I strongly object to your saying that defeated opposition. What do you mean by defeated opposition?
I'm talking about elections.
Elections. You didn't mention the election. How come we are defeated? We are not in the power. That means we are defeated. That is what you want to show. This is what you want to ask us. Are you being the party with the BJP?
I'm asking you these questions based on the reactions that are coming in from both sides. When you lose elections, you have been defeated.
With all due respect to your anchorship.
When you lose elections, wouldn't somebody say that the opposition has been defeated?
No, you shouldn't say it. Because the opposition in the parliament. If somebody loses the election, that means he's defeated forever. Don't we have a number? Doesn't the public has voted us? What type of words you choose, sir? I strongly object to it. This might be your opinion. But we are there, and after that, using these words, you want us to play on your pitch. The pitch you prepare, the ball you throw. No, man. We have our dignity, first of all. And secondly, when you are asking about we are not stalling the parliament because of the George Soros and so-called Sonia Gandhi link. We are stalling the parliament because they are not ready to debate or on the Adani issue, to take up the Adani issue, and we are not doing anything anti-national, what you said. Because
I am not saying you are anti-national. I am not saying you are anti-national. I am saying the allegation is that the anti-India forces. No, 1 second. Now you do not. No, don't misconstrue what I said. Do not misconstrue what I said. I did not call you anti-India. No, I am not calling you anti-national, or I never called you anti-India. I said the allegations are that the anti-India forces are trying to divert attention. They are not able to digest the progress of the nation. And I also said that the VP said it. So I am not calling you anti-India. Do not misconstrue my words. Please respond to the allegations that the opposition is not allowing the House to function. They are not answering questions on the Sonia Soros link. Please respond.
I think the debate is not between you and me. Right?
You are making it about you and me. I am telling you. I am asking you questions. You are taking personal jibes at me. You are attacking me.
Madam, you are taking up only the BJP issue and the questions. Why?
The first question is to you. The first question is to you. Respond to that. Respond to that. I'll take a counter from the BJP person. You are assuming everything. You are assuming everything. Please respond, sir. On the topic. Let's not waste time. Go ahead.
I'm not wasting time, and I'm not here to, an objective type of question, right? Or Congress is not going to answer BJP's question. Sudhanshu Trivedi, on the first night, night before the election, just made a press conference and said कि ये Supriya Sole or Nana Patoli की voice hai. They are trying to encash the bitcoins, and that was AI generated. Did you ask any question about it?
Sir, please, let's come back to the topic. Mr. Ratnakar Tripathi, are you going to answer the questions or not?
And if they...
Are you going to answer the question or not?
No, ma'am.
No, then I have to move on and go to other guests. Then I have to move on now. Is this the kind of attitude that the opposition is also, following inside the parliament? Let me then go across to Dr. Dharinder Tayal. Is this what's happening inside the parliament as well? My way or the highway?
Exactly. Thank you, Swati. And this is exactly what is happening, to sidestep and to divert the issue. Now here, even before the debate has started, he has found a problem with the anchor itself. So this is just like the EVMs. The EVMs are wrong, the anchor is wrong, X is wrong, Y is wrong, everything is wrong. Because like you said, it's either my way or the highway, because that is the way they've had it for decades. And now, when they are faced with an existential crisis, they do not know what to do with themselves. Let us understand there are two very basic fundamental things. Let's go down to the fundamentals of this. Two things. One, like you said, that the country is progressing. Even yesterday's S&P has given that 6.8% maintained, and the inflation is coming down. Having said that, the country is headed towards becoming the third largest economy. Now, let's understand the nations of the world are not going to be happy about it. And they want to do something about it, and they're looking for some Jechens somewhere across the world. Now, when they come to India, they're looking for people, and people in India, which was a grand political party, which has now become a private limited company. Now, when they don't have anything else, if they're not in power, they have to go and seek power abroad.
Okay.
And it is, I'm not saying this, Mani Shankar Iyer went to Pakistan and said, please help me to Pakistan, and said, please help me oust Modi. Rahul Gandhi went to China when the government was going to be, when CPM and CPI were withdrawing support. They went to China, signed an MOU, which Congress has still not disclosed. It was with Xi Jinping that they signed it. Nobody knows what is in that. But we know this, that when Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said that our forces have the power, he tweeted that our forces have the power to defang the dragon, he was made to delete that tweet.
Okay.
Why?
Okay, but Dr. Dharinder Tayal, the opposition is alleging that it's the government, that it's the Bhartiya Janata Party that does not want the House to function because you do not want to answer questions on Adani. And this is a diversionary tactic on your part that you brought up the Sonia link.
No, they are free. They could let the parliament function. Why are they not allowing the parliament to function? Everything will come up there. There's a proper procedure for everything. What is the problem? But if you want to sidestep it, and it is not new, I mean, I can give you data. For example, the parliament session had begun on January 29th, 2021, and they released a report on February 3rd on the farmers. Pegasus report came out on 18th of July 2021. A short of the parliament session. And there are several more examples I can give you, which are planned because their puppeteers are elsewhere. If they don't create a chaos, the funding will stop.
Okay. Ratnakar Tripathi, respond.
No, I won't. Ma'am, I'm just respecting the invitation by your coordinator, whom I respect too much. But I don't think it's a fair debate.
Why is it not a fair debate? Why is it not a fair debate?
I feel so.
Why do you feel so, sir?
You didn't have a control over me, man.
I do not even want to control you. I do not even want to control you. I am asking you about the allegations. I am asking you about the allegations that are being leveled by the Bhartiya Janata Party. They are saying the opposition does not want the House to function because they do not want to answer questions on Sonia Soros link.
You keep on interrupting. You didn't choose the right word.
When did I intervene you? You yourself said you do not want to answer questions.
I respect your coordinator very much. So
you yourself said you do not want to answer questions. I did not intervene. You went on a rant and you took personal jabs at me. Okay, let me go across to.
I'm not here for the.
Okay, let me go across to Professor Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi. Professor Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi जी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी आरोप लगा रही है कि आप हाउस को फंक्शन ही नहीं होने दे रहे हैं, तो किसी भी मुद्दे पर चर्चा कैसे होगी? आप चाहे सोनिया सोरॉस लिंक पर बात करें, चाहे किसी और मुद्दे पर बात करें, आप हाउस को फंक्शन तो होने दें।
स्वाति जी, देश का बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है, जिस भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार की जिम्मेदारी थी कि वो सदन को सुचारू रूप से चलाए, और जो हमारे करोड़ों टैक्स पेयर का जो पैसा है वो बर्बाद हो रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि सरकार अपना राजधर्म नहीं निभा पा रही है। और निश्चित तौर पे हमारे नेता माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी चाहते थे कि संबल का मुद्दा, किसान का मुद्दा, मणिपुर का मुद्दा, देश के अन्य मुद्दे, बेरोजगारी के मुद्दे, महंगाई के मुद्दे, ये सब जन सरोकार के मुद्दों को हम लोग चाहते थे सदन में चर्चा हो। लेकिन जिस प्रकार हम देख पा रहे हैं हठधर्मिता की सरकार चल रही है, और जिस प्रकार रवैया राज्यसभा के सभापति जी का हम लोग देख पाते हैं, चाहे हम लोग देख पाते हैं इनके जो सांसद हैं उनका रवैया देख पाते हैं, इनके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष का विशल मारते हुए पूरा देश देख पाता है कि किस प्रकार नड्डा जी विशल मारते हैं वहां पर, किस प्रकार वहां पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी भाषा का प्रयोग करते हैं, ये भी देश ने देखा। और किस प्रकार एक मुस्लिम अल्पसंख्यक समाज को भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सांसद बेसिक
आपने देवेगौड़ा जी को देखा, आपने देवेगौड़ा जी को देखा जो हाथ जोड़ करके कह रहे थे कि सदन को चलने दीजिए। एक राहुल गांधी जी का भी एक वीडियो आया था पार्लियामेंट में, जब वो किसी दूसरे सदस्य को देख करके आंख मार रहे हैं, और ऐसे कई वीडियोस ऑपोजिशन के एमपीज के भी सामने आए। क्या आपने वो भी देखे?
देखिए, जिस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से मैं आता हूं, उस पार्टी के जो नेता हैं माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी, वो लगातार राजनीति में शुचिता के लिए जाने जाते हैं। उनका एक बड़ा विजन है। कभी हमारे नेता को आपने चाहे पक्ष हो चाहे अन्य विपक्ष, जिनकी बात आप कर रही है, उनको इस तरह का व्यवहार करता देखा? यादव जी को देखा?
Advocate power. Okay, one second. Let me take a very quick reaction from Advocate Power. Go ahead, please.
Swati ji, I think that a section of media and the entire BJP ecosystem, they are trying to create a narrative that it is the opposition which is not letting the parliament function. But the reality is exactly the opposite. It is the Bhartiya Janata Party who don't want discussions on the real issues. That is why, because the primary responsibility to ensure the smooth functioning of Parliament lies with the ruling BJP. And by failing to engage constructively with the opposition and allow them to raise their concerns and the issues which they want to discuss in the Parliament, this government has utterly failed to maintain the democratic processes. And as you said, it's not that the opposition don't want the progress of country. The opposition, which represents a significant part of the electorate, they also want the country to progress. But why don't we hear discussions on the real
So once
issues?
again, let me tell you, I didn't say that. Some forces unable to digest India's progress is what the VP said. Not me.
Correct.
So the BJP is, okay, fine. The government alleges that the opposition doesn't want the House to function because they are running away from the Soros-Sonia link. The opposition says that the government does not want to answer questions on Adani and Modi. And what we are witnessing ultimately is another washout, 12th day washed out completely as well, without any meaningful business taking place in the Parliament. That's why the big question is, the entire winter session headed towards that way, and are these stunts only to disrupt the proceedings of the Parliament? I leave it at that. Gentlemen, thank you.